We only just started though. There is time for things to go wrong. Until... What did I just say? Did I jinx it? What look are you serving? I don't know. All my attention was focused on my team not crashing and burning. Which we kind of did. Ain't no way we just pulled that off. Hey guys! I am Charlotte the Starlet. These are my girls, Angel and Glitter, and this is my little boy, Steph. Since I am a mystery/thriller writer, and this channel's all about stories, today we are going to be playing the interactive novel Drag Stars. It's literally a game where you create your own drag queen and compete in a competition just like Rupauls Drag Race. It's also one of those games where your choices affect the story and the ending you get. Okay, let's just jump right in. Each of you will be a team captain for our burlesque son. When it's all done, you end up with a team consisting of yourself, Sebastian, Carly, Trigger, Diane, and Arlen. I'm actually gonna share my position as leader with Sebastian. Things are getting ugly, and it's gonna cost us this performance. The second episode of the in-game show is just about to start. Let's do this. Cue the theme song. You can tug or you can tag. You can bind or invest in a rack. Whatever happens though, you better not slack, because if you crack, you're gonna get the death drop. Team Tasselvinia goes first. That's the rival team, by the way. My team is Team Sparkle Motion, as your team watches from the side. You listen to Goldfrapp's strict machine as the six of them go at it. They're good, very good. Amelia, Ricky, and Dorian are on fire. Scandal and Moment can keep up, and Molly X is doing better than you expected. Interesting. Scandal does look a little hesitant, but he knows his choreography. How are you feeling about their performance so far? Intimidated? I hope we can live up to that. Unfazed. I picked a great team. I'll withhold judgment until they finish. If I'm honest, I am kind of intimidated, because if you did watch the last episode, you'll know that we had some struggles. So I am gonna pick intimidated. Suddenly, Ricky trips up and never quite recovers for the rest of the routine. Dang. Sailor and Mason look concerned. Miss Face and Glam Payne look disappointed. Goodness, that's good for your team, but wouldn't you rather win when your competitors are performing at their best? Kinda. It does feel a bit cheap to only win because of some kind of technicality or mistake that was out of their control. Like, oh my god, I don't know if any of you guys saw the Jake Paul versus Anisong Gibb fight. It happened ages ago, but it's the first example that pops to mind. If you didn't, which I'm really not surprised about, because I strongly doubt that my audience is the same people who watch that kind of stuff. What basically happened was that Jake Paul won, not because he's actually good at boxing, but just because Anisong Gibb basically fell down 3 times. It kind of has this 3-strike rule, you know? 3 strikes, you're out. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not fans of either of them. I just watch it for the team. Anyway, sorry to already sidetrack. They finished strong, despite the setback. Your turn. Oh my gosh, pray for me guys. The team assembles on stage. The first notes of Satin Chic begin. Sebastian and Carly work their hips while the rest of you hold the pose. Then the beat comes in. Arms and legs are flying with precision. The team sheds gloves, shoes, outer garments. The team is tight. We only just started though, so there is time for things to go wrong. Until... What did I just say? Did I jinx it? I don't even want to go on. I don't even want to read it. Until Diane misses a step and crashes into Trigger. Out of all of us last time, Trigger definitely struggled the most. They both recover quickly. At least at that. You can't get a good look at the judges and put on a show at the same time, so you focus on yourself. Carly and Sebastian are as good as you needed them to be. Trigger is a lot better, but Armand is not emoting. He seems to be going through the motions with no passion. Your group sticks the final pose on the last note of electric piano. You hope for the best. Everyone runs backstage for a quick turnaround, adjusting makeup, switching out wigs, and getting into entirely different looks for a new theme. There are no more reports of theft yet, but things are tense in here. Yeah, that was the subplot last time. A bunch of contestants randomly had various things go missing all of a sudden. Thankfully I wasn't one of those contestants, but still. Once everyone is changed and ready to rock, the production assistants line you up and send you out one by one to strut your stuff on the Walk of Flame. You hear Glam Payne announce, tonight's look is Mask for Mask. Armand goes first. He's got a handsome steampunk look and his entire face is behind one of those beat plague masks from the bubonic era. I can't think about plague masks without thinking of one of my favorite videos of all time. Oh, it's done so well, because it ain't just the plague doctor, the cameraman is on it too. Trigger goes next in their self-described geometric gold Borg look. They actually look amazing, like some kind of metallic crystal supervillain. Half of their face is covered by a golden Phantom of the Opera style mask, but with thick pyramidal spikes jutting from it. Okay, they're probably safe from lip syncing tonight. Amelia is in a classic Eartha Kitt Catwoman look with an elegant eye mask. Darling Ricky is dressed like, surprise, Prince from the video for 7. Yeah, Darling Ricky is a professional Prince impersonator by trade. Your turn. What look are you serving? I don't know. I haven't thought about this. All my attention was focused on my team not crashing and burning, which we kind of did. A brightly colored ninja from the Mortal Kombat games. I do like Mortal Kombat. A Bowie inspired look from the Masquerade Dream sequence in Labyrinth. A simple domino mask and black and white formal wear, but in latex. Rhinestone punk complete with bedazzled gas mask. Yo, in case y'all haven't noticed already, I love me some sparkles. All horsehair, braided mask, chest piece, braided shorts, and her boots. Are you kidding me? Fuck I look like. So not that, but it's between options 1, 3, and 4, I think. I'm actually gonna go with number 4. But still, keep praying, guys. Work! The others strut their stuff for the judges, and soon, all 12 of you are lined up again on the Walk of Flame. Guess you ought to get used to this feeling if you're gonna last through the competition. Okay, Glam Payne begins. First up, Team Tasselvania. Boom. Mason cracks his fan. Boom. Glam Payne cracks her fan. Boom. Sailor cracks her fan. That's all. Miss Face gives her read. Okay, accidents happen, but this is the World Cup of drag. You have to recover and keep it going. Ricky, I'm more disappointed that you didn't pull it together after your misstep. You look over to Darling Ricky, who looks like he might cry behind that knit veil. You wanna know what I think of that? If Ricky is an official Prince impersonator, he has got to have spent a decent amount of time on stage performing, dancing and singing, or at least lip syncing, in which case there's even less of an excuse. I do know accidents happen, but they should know how to recover better. The show must go on. Sailor says, beautiful work from Amelia and Dorian. Ricky, you are also very strong before you faltered. I agree with Faith, but you cracked your fan. You can't just give up because you missed one step. One question. Scandal, I saw you holding back. Why? Scandal looks around and shifts from foot to foot. I guess I'm shy. I don't like to be too raunchy, you know. Interesting. That is the exact same problem Trigger was having on my team last episode. Except that Trigger also felt that they couldn't do sexy because they are so much of a geek. That was the main thing holding them back. Glampane comments, we didn't ask you to be raunchy. We asked you to take your clothes off. If you can do drag without raunch, you can do burlesque without raunch. Scandal nods. Yes ma'am, understood. What do you think of Scandal's reluctance in this stunt? He had the chance. He missed it. Boy, bye. I'd like to mentor him a bit. He has potential. I like him, but he lacks refinement. I think I'm gonna go with the third one, because I do feel for him, but I don't really feel like I have the right to mentor him, you know? Good thing you picked Dorian for the alliance. Glam continues. Next up, sparkle motion. Boom. Mason cracks his fan. Boom. Sather cracks her fan. 2! Are you kidding me? I know we struggled, but we deserve more than that. The silence is maddening. Boom. Glamping cracks her fan. Boom. Miss Face cracks her fan. Oh, ain't no way. Ain't no way we just pulled that off. Ayo. Ooh, the other team got 2 of my biggest enemies. I bet they are both fuming right now. Sparkle motion. That means you are the winners of this episode. You hear the pop and the glittering confetti drops from the ceiling. Looks like your strategy of emphasizing talent has resulted in a pretty solid team. And the hard work paid off too. Each received a 4-session burlesque class with Sailor St. Clair, either in person or via online tutorial. Your team gets your feedback. Mason Dixon says, Diane, when you screwed up, you recovered immediately. Trigger, you also kept it together. Excellent work. I'm concerned about passion though. I didn't get the same enthusiasm from Almond and Trigger as I did from the rest of you. Trigger looks at you. Starlet gave me a great pep talk over lunch yesterday. She helped me so much. I feel like my performance was much better for that. Sailor St. Clair addresses you. I agree with Trigger. Starlet, whatever you did for them made a huge difference. But Trigger, don't discount your own ability. Whatever Starlet unlocked was always inside of you. They look to Sailor, then back to you. I was telling Starlet yesterday, I have trouble being sexy, Trigger admits. But you don't though, Glamping counters. You're absolutely sexy. You've got a sexy sweetness and an adorable geek chic to you. Trigger, Sailor coaches, don't hold back. Being a nerd and being sexy are not mutually exclusive. True, I know plenty sexy nerds. Some of the best burlesquers are silly, goofy, and clever. Sailor continues. The same goes for you. You've got that goth punk smell down, but don't be afraid to act the fool now and then. Almond says nothing. Glam Pain asks, Armin, can you hear us in there? He removes the plague mask. Okay, good. Just checking. Armin Hammer. What am I supposed to say? Thank you? I'll take that all into consideration. I'm up there and I'm crushed. Crushed. I just hope I'm lip syncing against Trigger and not Ricky. Damn. Sailor St. Clair gushes, Sebastian, this is some of your best work I've seen. Starlet, you managed to keep up with them, so well done. And Carly, you know exactly what you're working with. I invested a lot of time and money into this body, Carly beams. I love every inch of me. Goals. It shows, Glam Pain praises. She slowly folds up her fan and says, Starlet, you were team captain. How do you think your team did? That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? How do you answer? Confidently. I'm proud of us. We worked hard. Cooperatively. There were bumps in the road, but we succeeded as a team. With honest integrity. We struggled, but Sebastian helped a lot. Humbly. There's always room for improvement. And I'll take responsibility. Villainously. I think we would have done even better without Armin. Whoa. As I've said before, I refuse to be a villain. So, not that. I do kind of want to go for humble. I'm just afraid that some of my team members won't appreciate that. Also, I don't want to take all the credit for myself. I don't think I can. Because I made the very conscious decision to make Sebastian kind of like the deputy team captain. And it seems that his input really paid off. Oh, I almost forgot. This is almost guaranteed to bump up our stats, as I'm sure every decision does to an extent. Some probably more than others, but this time it's literally telling us how. And from what I remember, I don't have the most integrity. Wait, let me double check. Yeah, out of the stats in the Slay All Day section, the one I have least of is integrity. Track down Saboteur. Girl, I don't know. That has not always been there. Since when did that pop up? Anyway, I think I'm gonna go for integrity. Sebastian looks at you as though surprised. Thanks, Starlet. You did great with keeping us focused. So, you think she was a good leader? Face asks. I do, Sebastian replies. Well, that's a relief. There's a possible alliance developing here. Glam Pain claps twice. It's time to announce the individual winner of this episode. Ooh. So I know we just won, like, the team challenge, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to also win the individual winner of the episode. Regardless of how each team performed, one of you stole the show. Carly and Sebastian join hands. The suspense theme plays. Everyone looks around in expectation. Okay, so when it says the suspense theme plays, play actual suspenseful music. Saint Sebastian, you showed your castmates how it's done this week. You win a year's supply of rhinestones from Swanrovsky Jewels. This game and its parodies. Of course, Sebastian won though. But I mean, that's not fair. Because this is literally what he does for a living. You know, just like Ricky is a professional Prince impersonator. Damn it! I want a year's supply of rhinestones. Sebastian and Carly hug and kiss cheeks. Moment puts her hand on Sebastian's shoulder. The win is deserved, and Sebastian helped your team do their best. After winning the mini stunt, you hoped you could beat Sebastian at their own game. But there's always next episode. Okay, I need to kill. I did also win the mini stunt. So it would probably raise some eyebrows if I was also the individual winner of this episode. The stars are emerging in this cast, and the others are already fading. There is no real middle here. You feel the yearn to win a main stunt and stand out as an individual, not just as a member of a winning team. Yeah, but I was like the leader. I probably had my fair share of screen time by this point. Because not only did I lead and win the team challenge this week and the mini challenge last time, but I have 2 active nemesis in the story so far. Molly X and Amelia Craig. So I can't really complain much. When I call your names, Faith says, you may leave the Walk of Flame. You advance to episode 3. You hold your breath. Diane von Thirsty One, Scandal Dupree, Molly X, moments later, Amelia Craig. Oh, Charlotte the Starlet, Dorian Slay. You both walk off the stage. Safe is a mixed blessing. Lady Carly, Saint Sebastian. You two knocked our socks off. Keep bringing it. You advance to episode 3. Mason Dixon says, trigger warning, Darling Ricky, Arm & Hammer. I'm sorry dolls, but you 3 are at the bottom this week. Trigger warning, you're a magical unicorn, but do you believe in yourself? Darling Ricky, you need to keep practicing your Prince impersonation. He would never have given up that easily. Arm & Hammer, your punk ran out of steam this week. Dang. Out of those 3, I am rooting for Trigger. Not just because he was on my team, or because I gave him a little pep talk, but as a character, he is one of my actual favorites. Ever since he walked into the twerk shop, trigger warning. You advance to episode 3. You may leave the Walk of Flame. Okay, scratch that. That. Damn it, now I have to choose again. I do like Almond. He is funny. And Ricky can be kind of annoying and arrogant. And honestly, I expected him to be more professional. So I guess I'm rooting for Almond. Thank you so much. They put their hands together in the prayer greeting. I'm not here to disappoint you, I swear. They leave the stage and stand next to you, joining hands. Their hand is sweating, and you squeeze it to reassure them. Cut away. Almond and Hannah screaming, "Ah!" Glamping addresses Almond and Ricky. Okay, Keith. That means it's time for sudden death. This week, every contestant was asked to prepare a lip sync to Teddy Pendergrass's Turn Off the Lights. For your added challenge, we've consulted our guest judge. Everyone looks to Sailor St. Clair. Since this week is the burlesque stand, I was gonna ask you to perform in your underwear, but I'm going easy on you. The 2 of you need to perform your lip sync with a pasty and tassel stuck on your nose. Show me how to keep Teddy Pendergrass sexy with that added challenge. Kinda wish you went for the first option. That ain't much of a challenge if you ask me. 2 production assistants enter the Walk of Flame and apply the pasties. You're standing behind the catwalk with the lip syncers' backs to you, and you cannot wait to see the looks on their faces when this airs on TV. By the way, you never mentioned how you feel about these added challenges during the lip syncs. What will you tell the cameras in your cutaway? I love a challenge and can't wait to show my stuff. I think it keeps contestants from truly shining on TV. Does it? I just hope I'll have what it takes when it's my time. It doesn't matter. I'll never be lip syncing anyway. realistically, I don't know if I have what it takes in order to not lip sync at least once. So I think I'm going for number 3. Ooh, tell us what you really think. Glampane says, this is one of my favorite songs. If you disappoint me, I'll send you both home if I have to. I declare sudden death. The opening notes swoop through the air. Ricky stands in one spot and removes his prince veil with precise purpose. What follows is 6 minutes of pure chem. Pendergrass shouts to turn out the lights, to rub him down with hot oil, and Ricky delivers a fun, earnest performance. He even twirls his nose tassel in a full circle at one point. Almond puts up a fight. He whips the tassel back and forth. He rolls around on the ground. It's going to be a tough pull. As the music dies down, the judges panel is all applause. Miss Face says, now that was a lip sync. Thank you both for bringing what we asked you to bring to this catwalk. Glampane continues, but we're still sending one of you home tonight. As usual, the guest judge doesn't vote. FaZe and Mason thwomp their fans for Armin. But all 3 judges thwomp for Ricky. No! This happened last episode too. Like last in-game episode. Tyra Faith, who is an absolute angel, went home over Molly X, who's a complete. I know that personality isn't necessarily what determines who stays in this competition, but oh my days, it's annoying me. Sometimes it really does seem like the least deserving people are the ones that get ahead most in life. Anyway, the disappointment theme begins to play. Miss Face delivers the verdict. The votes are tallied. Armand Hammer, who fought hard to stay, but it wasn't enough to beat darling Ricky. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer out a bright future for you. But for now, I'm afraid you get the death drop. Armand is stoic. Even though I'm leaving in the 2nd episode, I want everyone to know that I leave here inspired and fired up to be the best drag king I can be. You haven't seen the last of me. As he exits the stage, he says, the angel has fallen, but he'll get right back up again. Good soundbite. The crew wheels the oracle out onto the stage. The contestants crowd around it to watch the live stream as Armand goes down the death drop into the sequence. He goes feet first with his arms triumphant in the air. And then there were 11, Glampane says. Dolls, rest well tonight. Tomorrow, you're gonna need it. The closing music plays, and the remaining contestants are shepherded into the after party lounge. Another day to slay. Right, you guys, that is where I'm gonna leave it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give that like button and that notification bell a little kiss, and subscribe to become a starlet. Don't forget to follow me on Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr. I'll see you guys later. Bye!